University is an educational institution designed for instruction, examination, or both, of students in many branches of advanced learning, conferring degrees in various faculties, and often embodying colleges and similar institutions. Students go to universities for many other reasons. However, education is always at the core of the student's mind when making such decision. Professors, classroom, textbooks, assignments, exams, and class projects. These are the things that come to mind when we picture university's educations. But are those all that university offers to us? Thus, I believe, classroom isn't the only place to learn.
My name is John, and I am the social media director for Roger Ebert's Film Festival as of the last 2 years. I am a senior in the advertising program here at the college, and the College of Media sponsors the festival. Ebert Fest is the brainchild of Roger Ebert, an alumnus of the College of Media Journalism, and he was an Urbana native. And he basically took his love of film and his insane ability to write and converted it into this international following for his film criticism, to the point where he won a Pulitzer Prize. And ultimately, his way of continuing his love of film and sharing that with his community here in Champaign-Urbana was starting the Roger Ebert's Overlooked Film Festival 16 years ago. I went into it thinking I was just going to get a little bit of social media experience in terms of just implementation. And so I originally thought I wanted to be a community manager as a profession, so working on social media professionally and creating content, interacting with your audience. And that was as simple as I thought it was going to be. And that's what it was when I took over the position. And under my leadership and the almost near complete freedom I've been given with the position, I've really transformed it into a strategic position in the sense of deciding what we want to be, what we want to sound like, deciding, what the digital footprint of the brand is going to be, and that has extended beyond social media to really just include digital media in general, and even coordinating that with some offline stuff and offline public relations and things like that. So the takeaway has certainly evolved, and it's really become more of an entrepreneurial job as opposed to an advertising job.
My name's Mary Lee. I'm a junior in the College of Media, majoring in advertising. And I was the president of a club called National Student Advertising Competition this year. What it is basically a national competition that a client sponsor will host and sponsor. So there will be a brand, and they will decide to give the participating schools a case study, information about their company and their brand, how they're doing, their competitors, and ask these schools to put together a fully integrated marketing campaign. The experience of working on a team that's dedicated to the project. A lot of classwork in advertising is group projects, but I feel like there's a high lack of investment in the work that's being done. It's kind of, let's get this done, let's do the meetings, and let's present this thing and get over with. But NSAC is different in that you're committing yourself for a year to this campaign process from start to finish, and you're working with people who are equally, if not more, committed than yourself. And so I think it's something that the classroom setting can't offer, which is what I was looking for. I think one of the biggest things I learned this year as being president of NSAC and having to be in a very managerial position is that in this situation and in the real world, there's always going to be someone who knows more than you, and that's not a bad thing. I think to rephrase that, you can always learn from everyone. And I think as the leader of anything, there's the expectation that you need to be the best and you need to do everything right. However, I think there was something great about NSAC for me this year in that I was able to have such a great team of students, but also that a lot of them knew so much more than I did about certain things, and they were really able to guide the team at times in a way that I couldn't. And I think in a real agency and within the industry as a whole, there are so many great thinkers and so many creative minds that it makes me excited to want to be in that environment. And I think coming into NSAC this year as president, I definitely felt underqualified, just because I felt like there were hard skill sets I just didn't have at the time coming into it. Yeah, but but it's really taught me that there's always room for growth and improvement, and that there's so much I need to learn still, and that's okay, you know. I think I'm definitely more ready to be a part of this industry now that I kind of have interacted with that.
In dollars. You want to elaborate more on that question or no?
In dollars. I'm not going to say priceless because time is money.
Okay. In dollars. I would say.
It's very hard.
I would say $6,000.
Why?
Because it was worth at least as much as an entire semester of University of Illinois credits.
100,000?
Why 100,000?
Because I know my experience was worth a lot. And if you're gonna put it into dollars, the teens thousands, or 20s or thousands, whatever, it just seems kind of too little for what I imagine my experience to be. So that's hundreds of thousands in an item.
Okay.
That was a hard question.